Good morning. It is a beautiful day in North Carolina. It's about 27 degrees. It's crisp. I'm in a wildlife management area here, and today I'm at Flat River in Durham, North Carolina, and today we're going to see what birds we can photograph. So come along and enjoy this event. Today I'm in Flat River. This is a wildlife management area here in North Carolina. It's actually in Durham, North Carolina. This area is open to public hunting. When I pulled into the parking lot, there were a lot of pickup trucks in the parking lot, so I'm assuming hunting season's still going on. So I'm going to be a little bit cautious about that. But I'm going to walk down this road. The area I want to go is about 2 miles down this road here, and what I'm hoping to photograph are evening grosbeaks and fox sparrows. So I will see you when I get there. One thing I did not expect to photograph today was a winter wren. I was on this little road here, right along here, and right along here one just hopped up and was on the rocks there. This is something, usually I see winter wrens in the woods, usually around some structure like a down tree or something like that. Very seldom do I find them on rocks like this, but that's a win. I consider that a win. If I don't see anything else today, a winter wren's a really good bird to photograph. As a wildlife photographer, you should be looking for unusual situations to take pictures of. So this grass here has frost on top of it, and this would be a really interesting shot to photograph a bird if you get a bird to sit up on top of this grass. One of the issues I've run into though is I don't see any birds here or anything like that, and I've tried to photograph this grass, but it just doesn't work out. It's not a very good scene to take of it. It looks like it'd be a really good image to take, but I just don't feel it. It's just not something like that. And I don't want to spend an hour out here looking for a good place to photograph something when I need to get my goal to try and photograph these other birds. Well, it's been a trek for me to get here. I was given some advice by a hunter to walk down these power lines because he knew where I was coming, and he said, oh yeah, you can just walk down the power lines. It's about a 3/4 of a mile walk here. The problem that he didn't mention, or he probably didn't know, was they had flooded this last night. And for me to get where I am right now by walking down the power lines, I would have had to walk about an area about 100 yards through about 2 or 3 feet of water. And unfortunately, I didn't have waders, so I had to turn around and then finish the trek that I was on. So that was about another mile and a half added on to my walking to get here, which made me very sweaty. That's why I've taken off my jacket. Hopefully, I will air out and some of my sweat will evaporate and it won't be an issue. I am a little concerned about hypothermia where I am right now. It's about 2 miles from the car, and it is below freezing out here. So well, I got a compliment during Christmas this year. My stepdaughter said, I have actually watched your channel, and she said it wasn't completely hideous. And then she gave me this Bluetooth speaker that looks like a Budweiser. So I'm going to actually try and call in the fox sparrow with this speaker.
Our own Budweiser. Bluetooth pairing mode. Your speaker is ready to pair.
Okay, so I got 3 fox sparrows calling right where I am. I got 2 in front of me and 1 off to my left, on my right here. They don't seem to be, their calling doesn't seem to be moving them towards each other. But as I've been standing here for the last 15-20 minutes, the bird activity is really starting to pick up. I'm seeing swamp sparrows, I'm seeing song sparrows flying through this area here. So I'm really hoping that as it warms up a little bit, I put my jacket back on, and because I was starting to get really cold. But I think as it starts to warm up a little bit here and the sun gets a little bit higher, I'm really hoping that this bird activity really starts picking up. Well, the second bird I was able to photograph was the swan sparrow. The swan sparrow is a fairly common bird here in North Carolina, especially this time of year. They like, obviously, to be around wetlands. This bird hopped up on a branch and was able to give me an opportunity to photograph it. So if the photographs are any good, here they are. You know, as wildlife photographers, sometimes I get very frustrated because somebody will report a bird somewheres, and then you go there and you don't find it, and you're saying, well, what am I doing wrong? What could I have done differently, and things like that. And sometimes it's not you. There are other things that impact the bird's activity or behavior. And one of the things here that has happened is the area I'm sitting right now has been flooded. So this area is opened up to waterfowl, and it looks like they've raised the water. I was just talking to a hunter who said they've raised the water over the last week in this area here. And that might have disrupted the grosbeak's behavior, and I don't know why that would happen, but something as simple as that could affect some animals' behavior and why they're not here, or why they were here and now they're not here. All these things you have to consider when you're out here. So when you go into someplace new and you all of a sudden don't see a bird, think about what might have changed in the environment. Did the water go up? Did the water go down? Has there been some disruption there that has affected the bird? Even things like having the hunters coming through here might have disrupted these birds' behaviors and stuff like that. So these are things as wildlife photographers we have to take into consideration when we're going out photographing birds. I was just walking out and I saw this bald eagle up here. Cool bird, fairly rare bird here in North Carolina, but this is an adult bird and it's a bird I was able to photograph today. Well, the way today is going, photographing any bird is a good bird. I just had a great blue heron just walk across the road here. Blue herons are very common here in North Carolina. Any pond that has any kind of insect life in it or fish or anything like that, you'll find a blue heron. And considering everything else, the way today's going, this is a good bird to get. Well, this is editing, Sean, and those pictures of the blue heron didn't come out. I took the camera off the tripod to photograph these birds, and apparently I was shaking a lot more than I thought I was. So I don't have any pictures of the blue heron. Well, I haven't been exactly thrilled about today. I was very disappointed I was able to photograph those grosbeaks. I was very disappointed I didn't photograph the fox sparrow, but it still was a good day to be out here. I think because of the hunting activity and the flooding that they had done over the last couple of days, I think that really negatively impacted the birds that are in this area here. But on my walk out, I did see the bald eagle, I did see the blue heron, I did photograph the winter wren and the swan sparrow. So it wasn't a complete failure, but it's not what I would normally consider a good day out like this, especially when I went out to focus on a specific species of birds and didn't get them. But anyway, I want to thank you for watching. If you got anything out of it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to this channel because that really helps us in the YouTube world. Become a Patreon supporter. Your support allows us to keep doing this. My name is Sean Leahy, and thank you for watching.